I didn't know until like a day before we came here that they were setting all the curfews and stuff, and I was the one who told them about it. And yeah, it completely changed like our plans, what we were planning to do.
Yeah, spring breakers visiting Miami Beach kind of taken aback by the strict rules being enforced during a citywide crackdown. Now, we spoke to the Miami Beach mayor on air on Thursday, and he said the goal wasn't to discourage people from visiting the city, but to keep out certain bad actors.
So the ultimate goal, he says, is public safety and proactively preventing violence and chaos, similar to what happened last year. Miami-Dade District 3 Commissioner Keon Hardemon joins us now live. Good morning, Commissioner. We want to thank you for being here with us. First thing, though, I want you to break down your position for us because you've publicly criticized the plan as, quote, tone deaf. So are you saying this plan is racially motivated or racially targeting spring breakers?
I said it's tone deaf. It's heavy-handed. It's draconian. And these are measures that are being implemented that have one plan, and that plan is to keep people from coming to the beach. And Miami-Dade County is not one of those types of places. We encourage visitors to come from all over the place during whatever time it may be. Miami Beach is used to having high-impact events, as they call it, and they don't set these type of measures to prevent people from being in Miami. What they do is they usually encourage people to come to the beach quickly, to leave the beach quickly. They make an environment that's welcoming and that's kind to the visitors that come here. But this is the exact opposite.
Okay, because we've heard criticism that it has been racially motivated, and you're saying that it's tone deaf. You're saying there's no racial aspect to this. Is that what you're saying?
Or discrimination?
No, what I'm saying to you is that they have high parking rates. They have high towing rates. I'm saying they're closing parking lots from nearly 40 streets. I'm saying they're discouraging people from coming here. Everyone wants to talk about race in this, but we should talk about the measures that they're using to keep people from the beach. Now, does this involve color? Of course it does, because the people that are coming during this time are people that look like me, are people that are typically African-American young college students. And so, yes, there's an aspect of race to it because we realize that the people that are enforcing this on are people of color. But it should be clear. This can be an LGBTQ issue. This could be a white issue. No matter who is doing these sorts of things towards any group of people, that's the problem. And so everyone wants to simplify this about race just to mask the fact that what Miami Beach is doing is wrong.
Okay, we did speak with the Miami Beach Mayor, Stephen Minor, live on air yesterday morning about your concerns. I want to let you listen to what he had to say.
And I listen to everyone who speaks. I want to hear everyone's voice and understand their concerns. I don't see it that way. I don't think race has anything. I know race has nothing to do with it. Last year we had 2 black males on Ocean Drive during spring break who were shot and killed. My responsibility is to protect every single person who comes to our city.
And the mayor said he's welcome to speak to anybody. Have you reached out to Mayor Minor, and what's your response to what he just said?
Well, I'll tell you this. You can't say this is not about race, and then in the next sentence say 2 black people were killed last year during this exact time. You know, it either is or it is not from the mayor's perspective. But that's not my issue to litigate. My issue to litigate is a city that is smearing the face of Miami-Dade County and telling visitors that you cannot come to Miami Beach. And most visitors don't know the distinction between Miami Beach, Miami, North Miami, Miami-Dade County. They just don't understand. All they know is that there's a message that's coming and being spoken to the world that's saying that you are not welcome here. And if this was about lawlessness, if this was about rule breakers, then you remove the rule breakers from the circumstances. But what you're doing is punishing every law-abiding citizen who's coming to Miami Beach to have a good time. Mm-hmm. And simply because a few people in the bunch have caused a ruckus. And I think that that is wrong. You don't remove all cars from the road because you have drunk drivers on it. You remove the drunk drivers from the circumstance.
How do you go about removing those drunk drivers, if you will, in that scenario then? How do you do that with spring breakers?
They do a pretty good job of that. You do it by identifying people who are breaking the law. If you see people who are actively breaking the law, then you make arrests. And that's no different than what's been happening throughout time. Look, if Miami Beach was serious about crime during F1, or they would actually be doing these same circumstances. They were listing all of these sorts of restrictions during F1, then I would understand this circumstance, but they don't do that. And so when you have a high concentration of very powerful, very influential people who have lots of money, and they're trafficking children in the community. You're not stopping every single car to ensure that they don't have drugs in those cars, or to ensure they're not trafficking children. And so I think Miami Beach wants to tell you that this is all about people who will break the law to make this seem palatable, but it's not palatable. At the end of the day, what Miami Beach has done by implementing all of these types of restrictions are discouraging people from coming to the beach. It happens to be that these people today are people of color, but tomorrow they could be Hispanic people. Tomorrow they could be white people, other than those who live on the beach. And so that's not the kind of county that we live in.
All right, Commissioner, unfortunately, we are out of time. Would love to continue this discussion with you. Of course, there's much more to come on this. We do appreciate you joining us this morning.